Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend growth investing is all about. My main objective is to show a replicable way of building an ever-growing and reliable income stream, one that does not have to rely on the volatility of the stock market. You simply own the shares of successful companies and you're automatically paid. In this video, I'm going to show you the dividends that I received for the month of February 2024. I am a buy and hold investor and I buy more shares every week. And the reason I create these videos is to show you what kind of dividends you could expect from a portfolio this size, as well as how those dividends grow over time. What we're looking at right now is my taxable M1 stock brokerage accounts, and this is my Average Joe dividends portfolio, and this is about 15% of my current net worth. And this consists of 3 different slices. I have ETFs, I have a dividend portfolio, as well as 12 more dividends in this slice. I have a total of 55 different positions. I'm looking to trim that down a little bit in 2024. But let's just take a look at the 1-year performance of the portfolio. We can see it's done pretty well. And I was below $200,000. Last year we spiked above it. And as recent as November of 2023, it went below that $200,000 mark. And I'm telling you, when you're investing, it's not fun to see this happen where you make these kind of gains and then you're dropping down, but you have to stay the course when you come up with an investment strategy. And I believe in mine and I stick to it. You can see how now things are just going up and up. We're over $235,000, actually at $236,651.52. This is live, so this will be changing as the markets are still open. So what I'm going to show you next is we're going to go into the activity log, and I know a lot of YouTubers like to tell you about the dividends that they're receiving. Well, I like to show you those. They'll just read from a spreadsheet. Well, let's just actually have the proof, and I'm going to read through these so you can see what I'm invested in and what's paying me a dividend. And of course, what I'm invested in and what I'm showing you, this is not investment advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and what has led to my success as an investor. And first up, the first dividend paid to me in February 2024 was Verizon, $50.48. Then General Mills, $5.29. American Tower, $5.97. PNC, $7.57. And then Lowe's, $6.50. John Deere, $2.86. American Express, $3.75. Air Products, $3.88. AbbVie, one of the larger payouts along with Verizon, was at $38.67, and Procter & Gamble, that paid me $8.37. O Realty monthly payer, that paid me $11.91. Apple, $3.28. A.O. Smith, $3.26. Costco, $2.48. Caterpillar, $7.02. Starbucks, $7.86. And the big one was from BST, BlackRock Science and Technology Trust. This is a monthly payer, $453.20. So by far this was my largest payer for February. I'm going to go over to a Google Docs spreadsheet, and this shows all of my positions, and they're sorted by the pay dates. We can see here's all of the values for February. I've put in all the values in there, and we'll do a quick count up. So for the month of February, I got $622.35 just from this portfolio alone. And I'll walk you through this sheet. Like I said, it shows all of my investments. SCHD is my largest investment. And you can see I have headings of company, ticker symbol, share price. This is pulled with a simple Google Finance function. number of shares that is pulled from the M1 data tab, and it utilizes a VLOOKUP from that tab and pulls these values and shares. I'm actually going to do an update because BST was my last dividend that paid me today, and I also did a dividend drip. So we're going to see what that result was to my portfolio income. And also Best Buy just announced a dividend raise, so we're going to calculate that as well. So you can see here is the current market value of SHD, cost basis. You can see my gain or loss. Here's the percentage gain or loss. You see like Broadcom over doubled my money with that one. Very nice. And here's the dividends per share. And I highlight SHD in purple because it's variable. In March, in the third week of March, SCHD will have its new dividend, and I guarantee it's going to be lower than 74 cents, but it will likely be higher in December 2024. You can see here's the current yield. If I were to purchase more shares of SCHD, here's the yield on my cost. Here's the pay dates and the estimated dividend. I put in the actual dividend. You can see there's a disconnect between, like in Verizon, my estimated dividend is higher because I dripped in those dividends that paid me on the 2nd back into Verizon. So next time I get paid by Verizon, which will be in early May, it'll be $51.28. You can see down the line, except for these highlighted in yellow, I decided to sell these positions and just invest the money elsewhere. That doesn't mean they're bad investments or anything like that. I just wanted to consolidate my portfolio a little bit and concentrate my investments in other things. So I've got zeros for those because those will not pay me in May, but you can see for all the others with those dividend drips that those numbers are going to be higher going forward. You can see I put a little bit extra into BST. It did pay me $453.20, and that is what I actually dripped back into it. But even if I didn't drip that dividend, the next time BST pays me, which is at the end of March, it's going to be at least $458.63, but that's going to go up, and we'll see by how much here in just a second. But I also track, you can see, the pay dates, obviously, the estimated dividend, and the actual dividends paid, and the total dividends paid for each investment. You can see BST has paid me over $5,400 so far. I also track the dividend raises as well, and like I said before, Best Buy announced a dividend raise. We're going to see what that was and what the impact was, because my upcoming dividend, which will be in early April, because Best Buy pays every 3 months, is going to go up slightly. So we'll see what that is. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull in the information into the M1 data tab, and that is going to change because of we bought more. Let me go back to activity here. Let's see here, I have to put in everything. Let's see here, we'll go trading. Actually, let's just reset it. We'll get it back in. There we go. So here's the buy. You can see that here's the dividend that was paid to me at BST. Here's the trading that happened. And just with a dividend drip, I picked up over 12 more shares of BlackRock BST. So I'm going to go to the Holdings tab and update my sheet. Rather than type in the new number of shares, I can just pull this information from M1, copy and paste it, and it's going to automatically update it. Go over to the M1 data tab, paste special values only. So this is going to, before I do that, let's review what my current monthly cash flow average is at $928.99. We're going to see that change, and we're going to see this change as well. This is going to go up by about $3-ish. It should be about $461 and change, and this should go up by $3 as well. And of course, the quarterly and annual amounts will change as well. So go back to M1 data tab. I just want to show that again and how that's going to change. Pasting special values only. Go back to the dividend tab here, and now the monthly cash flow average is at 932.06. And then the next time that BST pays me, instead of the 453.20 I got, I'm getting 461.70. So you can see how this is snowballing. And this has been a really good investment for me as well. I have a gain or loss in the even in stock appreciation, as well as all these dividends being rolled in, which is nice. So next thing I'm going to show you is the Best Buy raise. But let's put in these new values. The 932.06, we're going to go to the monthly average dividend tracking. And anytime there's a change in the portfolio, whether I buy shares, sell shares, anything like that, I update it here. In this case, it was a BST dividend drip. And here is the impact on my monthly income. So every month going forward, I'll receive an additional $3.07 simply for just doing a dividend drip with BST. And then our next line we're going to do is with Best Buy. And I'll show you how I handle dividend raises here. So I saw this over at Seeking Alpha, that Best Buy raised their dividend by 2.2%, and it's up to 94 cents. So prior dividend was 92, now we're up to 94. So I'm going to update over here on this sheet here. For Best Buy, so current 92, you can see what the estimated dividend would be if there was no dividend increase. So status quo in April would be that $8.04. We're going to go to 94 cents. It's going to change very modestly because it's only 2 cents times 8.7 shares, so it's going to be at least 16 cents difference in the pay. So up to $8.22 now next time it pays. And I want to update that date as well, the new pay date for Best Buy. Payable April 11th. I always add a day because M1 has a 1-day delay, so I'm going to put April 12th. Because that's the day that dividend will hit my account. Then I resort, because I sort everything by pay dates, and we will see now Best Buy is right here, and it's paying it'll pay me $8.22 unless I buy more shares. You can see last time it paid me was $7.70. So you can see it's just with all these positions I'm getting paid more and more each time they pay me, because at the very least I'm dripping those dividends back into those positions, and I'm always buying more shares as well with my own money every Monday. So we'll take a look at the impact on that. So we're up to 932.12. And just by Best Buy raising their dividend, every month I'll be receiving an additional 6 cents because of that. So it doesn't sound like much, but as you can see, just every day, every couple days, sometimes there's more than one event, and today was no exception, where my monthly income went up. So all these little things, they just keep adding up and getting close to that $1,000 mark, which is nice. So just to wrap things up, I'm going to go to the dividend tracker tab, and I've been doing these videos since January 2021. You can see the portfolio value started at $18,700, and this portfolio was really started with just extra money that I had. I was just not spending, kind of like an allowance I had for myself every month, as well as selling things on eBay, and just kept on saving that money. And then I decided to put it into a dividend portfolio and start doing videos, and that's where this amount really started from. You can see my deposits. I started pretty modestly, maybe 100 or a couple hundred per month. Here's my dividends paid per month. You can see that just this has really gone up. and I got my first more than $1,000 payment in a month in December 2022. But you can see the reason why it really jumped was I had equity in a home I no longer own, and I wanted to put that money to work for me, so I was putting in $10,000 per week for 15 weeks, and that explains these huge deposits here. But now, as you can see, like for just February here is $100 a week, so that's the $400. So I'm really, like I said in my intro, I'm letting the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward, with me putting in $400. But here's my dividends again at $622. So the portfolio is actually making more contributions than I am, and it just keeps going up. And we can see, let's just do a comparison of dividends last year in February 2023 compared to, and I didn't even crack the $500 mark, and here we are a year later, over $100 more at $622. So I just see this trend is going to continue for years and years on end. We can see here, here's the portfolio value rounded to the nearest $100. And here's the average monthly dividend. I take the total for the quarter of what the portfolio is at, divided by 3 to come up with more of a smoother number, so then I can measure the increase month over month, because as you can see, the months of March, June, September, and December pay the most, and the reason is most companies pay their dividends in the last month of each quarter, and March will be the larger month, but I don't think March is going to pay quite as much as December for me. I think it's going to pay like $1,450 is my estimate, and the reason why it's going to be lower is mostly because of SCHD, and the reason is SCHD historically, I have a little chart here for SCHD kind of historically from 2022, 2023, and they're going to announce a new dividend on March 19th, and I'm estimating 62 cents just based on the makeup of the portfolio and the raises within it of the top holdings. You can see though from quarter 4, when you compare it in 2022 going to 2023, it goes down way lower, and I don't think it's going to be any different in 2024. It's going to be probably 62 cents, and that's going to drop my monthly income just momentarily, and it's going to drop the amounts I get in March 2024. But it's going to be larger than this. I'm estimating again about $1,450, so definitely it's going to crush March 2023, but it's not going to beat December 2023. But I think December 2024 is going to crush December 2023 because SCHD historically announces their largest dividend in December, and SCHD is my largest holding within this portfolio. That's why it hinges really on SCHD. So going back to this, my current monthly average monthly dividend getting close to that $1,000 mark, and I was able to increase that average monthly dividend by almost $15 in just the month of February alone. So it's adding $14.81 to my income every month going forward. And then March is going to be probably, it may go down a little bit by a few dollars because of SCHD. You can see what it did to me last year, and it goes up from there. And then December, when SCHD announced their dividend raise, that's what the impact was there. So I'm assuming or guessing it's going to probably happen in December 2024 as well. We can see the month over month gain over 1.6%. Here's my annual dividend. This is what this portfolio brings in annually. So over $11,000 I've added to my annual income of $177.72. And again, here's my deposits. So that pretty much sums up what I wanted to show you guys in this video, is what my dividends were. So thanks for sticking to the end. If you got value from this video, please click the like button. Also subscribe so you do not miss future videos. I'll be doing my next video on my expenses as well as net worth tracking. So stick around. You can see what my net worth consists of besides this. Like I said, this is about 15% of my net worth. And I think you'll be shocked as to just like the month-over-month gains I have, and as well as the annual gains. I measure my net worth from the month prior and also from the last year, and it's you're going to be surprised by the results. So please check out that video once I create it. So thanks again, everybody, for sticking to the end. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and everybody take care.